Imagine waking up in a world where half the people you know could be dead within weeks. No hospitals, no cure, no understanding of what was happening. Just fear, silence, and the sound of death carts rolling through the streets. This was life during the Black Death, one of the deadliest pandemics in human history. The arrival of death. It began quietly. In 1347, ships arrived in Europe carrying goods from distant lands, but they also carried something unseen, a deadly disease. Sailors were already sick. Some were dead before the ships even reached shore. At first, people didn't understand. They thought it was just another illness, but within days, entire households began to fall. Fever, pain, black swollen lumps on the body, and then death. Symptoms and fear. The disease spread fast. Victims developed painful swellings called buboes. Their skin darkened. Their bodies weakened rapidly. Many died within 2 to 3 days. People were terrified. Neighbors stopped speaking to each other. Families abandoned the sick. Parents left their own children behind. Fear replaced compassion. Collapse of society. As the death toll rose, society began to break down. Farmers stopped working the fields. Food became scarce. Shops closed. Priests, doctors, and workers died in huge numbers. There were not enough people to bury the dead. Bodies piled up in streets. Mass graves were dug. The smell of death filled entire cities. Desperate attempts to survive. With no understanding of bacteria or infection, people searched for answers. Some believed it was punishment from God. They prayed, fasted, and begged for mercy. Others blamed the air. They burned herbs and carried flowers to cleanse it. Some turned to extreme actions. Groups called flagellants walked through towns, whipping themselves publicly. They believed pain would save them, but nothing worked. Daily life. During the plague, life became a nightmare. Every cough brought fear. Every knock on the door could mean death. Markets were empty. Streets were silent. The only sounds were bells and carts carrying the dead. People avoided each other. Even friends became strangers. Survival meant isolation. The role of doctors. Doctors tried to help, but they didn't understand the disease. They wore strange outfits with long beaked masks. Inside the beak were herbs, meant to block bad air. They avoided touching patients directly. Treatments included bloodletting, herbal mixtures, superstitious rituals. None of it worked. The spread across Europe. The disease moved quickly. From port cities, it spread inland, along trade routes, through towns and villages. Within a few years, it covered most of Europe. It is estimated that 25 to 50 million people died. Entire communities vanished. Social changes. After the plague, the world was different. With so many people dead, workers became valuable. Survivors could demand higher wages. The power of nobles weakened. The structure of society began to change. Some historians believe this helped lead to the end of the medieval system. Psychological impact. The Black Death changed how people saw life. Many lost faith. Others became more religious. Art became darker. Themes of death and suffering became common. People lived with the constant reminder that life could end at any moment. Lessons from the past. Today, we understand what caused the Black Death. Bacteria spread by fleas on rats. But at the time, people had no idea. Their fear, confusion, and struggle remind us of how fragile human life can be, and how important knowledge and science are. The Black Death was more than a disease. It was a turning point in human history, a time when fear ruled, society collapsed, and millions were lost. But from that darkness, the world slowly rebuilt, and the lessons of that time still echo today. Because even now, humanity is never as far from disaster as we think. History isn't just the past, it's a warning.